This is Chiku, a small black Pomeranian living in a quiet American town. Most people think he's just a playful dog. Every day, Chiku spends his time playing with children, chasing balls through the park, and making people smile. Everyone in town loves him, but what nobody knows is that Chiku notices things other people miss. One day, a mysterious stranger arrived in town. The man seemed friendly. He smiled at everyone, greeted the shop owners, and quickly became familiar with the townspeople. Everyone thought he was completely normal.
Welcome to our town.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Except
Hello there.
Chiku. For some reason, Chiku couldn't stop watching him. Every evening, the stranger quietly left town and headed toward the outskirts. At first, Chiku ignored it. But on the third day, something changed. The stranger was carrying large wooden crates, and he was heading toward an abandoned warehouse. Suddenly, Chiku became suspicious, curious to learn the truth. Chiku decided to follow him. Keeping a safe distance, he carefully moved through the tall grass and bushes. The stranger never noticed. As the sun began to set, he finally reached the old warehouse. The building looked abandoned, broken windows, rusty doors, and nobody around. Chiku slowly approached. His heart was racing. Carefully, he climbed near a broken window and looked inside. The moment he saw what was happening, he froze. Something was terribly wrong. Without wasting a second, Chiku turned around and sprinted back to town. He barked as loudly as he could, trying desperately to warn everyone, but nobody understood. People laughed. Some thought he wanted to play. Others thought he was acting strange. But Chiku refused to stop. Then he spotted a police officer. Chiku ran straight toward him, barking, jumping, pulling at his uniform, trying to make him follow. The officer looked confused. Nobody knew what Chiku was trying to say. Just then, a wise old man stepped forward. He watched Chiku carefully. Then he said, "Maybe Chiku is trying to show us something." The crowd fell silent, and for the first time, someone believed him. The police officer agreed to follow. Chiku immediately started running, leading everyone toward the abandoned warehouse. The officer followed. The old man followed. Soon, as they got closer, the tension grew. Nobody knew what they were about to find. When they finally arrived, the police surrounded the warehouse. Everything looked quiet. Everything looked normal. Then, the officers slowly opened the door and stepped inside.
Checking the left wall.
What they
Good boy,
discovered
stay
shocked
close.
everyone.
Right side
Inside
clear.
the
What
warehouse,
happened here?
several security guards had been tied up.
Help us,
Stacks of wooden
please.
crates filled the building, and a group of criminals was secretly running a smuggling operation. The mysterious stranger wasn't innocent at all. He was part of the gang. The criminals tried to escape, but it was too late. Police officers quickly moved in. The guards were rescued. The criminals were arrested, and the entire smuggling operation was finally shut down. As the police escorted the criminals away, the police chief walked over to Chiku. He knelt down beside him, smiled, and gently patted his head. Then he said, "We would never have found them without you." Soon, the entire town gathered around Chiku. Children hugged him. Families cheered for him. Even the police officers applauded. Everyone was smiling. Everyone was grateful, and as the sun slowly set over the town, one voice shouted, "He's not just a dog," and the entire crowd replied, "He's a real hero."
Chiku's adventure doesn't end here. More mysteries, more heroes, more Chiku stories are waiting. Subscribe and join Chiku's next adventure.